right. So the box looks good all the way around. This thing weighs 330 pounds, not counting the box. So it's in good shape, nothing, no damage. This is a 397 pound box, so you got 67 pounds of freight. And if you notice on the bottom, that's not a wooden pallet. Those are metal skids. So wood's gotten expensive, they're gone to metal. All right, well, take it apart. Okay, so I've watched a lot of videos, and one recent one I watched where the guy actually started tearing, with a crowbar, tearing these metal corners out. They're nailed in, ripping it apart. But if you look on the very bottom, I'll zoom in. There are screws. 1, 2, 3 on this side. 1, 2 on this side. 3 on the other side and 2 on the other side. So we've got a total of 10 screws. You pull them out, and this will lift right off, according to the videos. Myers Workshop, very good unboxing video of his, and he got his a couple years ago. He's moved up now to an Aeon laser, but he did a really good job showing. That's all you got to do is undo those screws. So I'm going to take those off and then get someone to help me lift this wood off the top, and then we'll work on the next part. Big part is moving it down into the basement. Okay, it's a team lift requirement because it's it's not really heavy, it's just bulky, and you got to get it over. So there comes my wood. Anyway, team lift, need 2 people to do it. Gonna need more people to get it to the backyard, and we'll show you what it looks like after I take the lid off. Okay, with the help of my son, we got the top off, which is over there. This looks pretty good shape. There's no visible damage that I can see. I will take the plastic off in a minute, but I can't see any dents or dings in this thing at all. So it looks pretty good. This is a big monster of a machine, I'll tell you that much. And I'm looking forward to many days of enjoyable experience. Maybe months, maybe years, who knows. Plastic's off. Comes with a check sheet and a little magnet. Everything I need to where they've checked it all out. April 10th, 2021. This build date was April 8th, 2021, and it was tested on my birthday, April 9th, 2021. So must be prophetic. And what we got in here is the blue box. Not a lot of foam, but it's a big machine. Lots of grease, as you can see. The blue box contains a bunch of stuff. Down here, I got to find the key. Oh, here's the key. So I need to get that clipped off there. I got some clippers to do that. So I'll clip the key off, open up the front, because there's probably hose and everything else down there I want to get out because it's heavy. This I want to cut and move forward. So we will unbox this thing and get everything out of it so we can move it. Nice honeycomb, as you can see. Nice big bit. So I've opened up the front door expecting to find the vacuum hose in there. And as you can see, there's nothing in there. Now, this blue tub is up a little high, so it won't come out and won't shift. So I'm going to use a trick that I saw on the internet where you just move this rubber and you can change the floor. And now we can get this right out of here. So just grab a hold of this rubber. This is auto focus, so it's power. But just grab a hold of the belt and you can turn it, and you can actually move the table manually without having to worry about knobs or anything else like that. This is an autofocus machine, so it's got the autofocus feature right there. And we'll get through everything else here in a minute. I'm hoping that the vacuum hose is actually in this tub, because I don't have any spare 6-inch hose. Okay, let's see what it looks like. So there were 2 bolts in the honeycomb holding it down, so I took those out and the little nuts fell. That's fine. Honeycomb's laying over there now. Took the knives out so they won't get moved during the movement here. I just brought the honeycomb right through this pass-through. So that's perfect. And now this open, you can see where they drilled the metal. There's the fan. There's the water pump. The air pump is right there, that little tiny thing. I'm not at the point where I'm going to get a compressor yet. I do have a heavier duty compressor than that for air painting, airbrushing, that I think will work better, and it will fit right onto that thing. I think I have a valve the same exact size, so I may try that before I go buying anything. This belt's a little loose, but it looks okay. Not going to take off the sacks off anything yet till we get it out of here. I'm still trying to figure out how. Okay, I see it now. It's a notch. It's a round bolt, but it's got a regular flat screwdriver on top. So those 4 bolts come out. I think you can see that in there. Those will come out and take off the bottom stand, and that way I can turn it sideways and slip it through my door. So while I'm waiting for my neighbor to come over and help me with this beast, it's really not that heavy once you unscrew the mount. You can see I've slid it around on the mount. I'm expecting the mount to weigh about 60, 70 pounds, which will put this down to about 300, 250. It seems pretty easy to slide around on here, and what I want to do is put it on the other end, stand it up, or I could put it on the back and lay it down on the back, but I'm worried about laying it on the back because of those plugs and those hinges. So rather than put it on the back or even the front, because the handle, I'm going to put it inside down, and I'm going to go the opposite end because this has a fan and some other stuff, and this is pretty flat, so nothing to worry about here. I've got a furniture blanket to put on the bottom of it. I'm going to drop it on the cardboard, but what we're going to do is spin the whole thing around on the base until it's facing that cardboard. This end is facing that cardboard, and then we're going to gently push it down onto the cardboard, then run the dolly underneath it, and then strap it to the dolly and hope I can make it around my backyard without it tipping over on me. But while I'm waiting for the neighbor, I did go through the bag, and there are Allen wrenches in here. I should have remembered that. There is a set of cheapy Allen wrench tools in here that could have helped me take off the bolts. On a ring here, and there's tape. I don't know what the tape's for, to tell you the truth. There's the power cable. If that's bad, you know, we must have a million of them at the house because of all the computers we've had over the years. Some network cable. I've got probably some higher quality network cable. And this is a USB, and believe me, I have a bunch of that at my house. So I'm not too worried about any of that. Just network cable. There are no instructions. Here's some silicone. There's no instructions on anything here. There's the water pump. This is the grounding wire. In the United States, we don't need grounding wire because we have a grounded plug. Water hoses here. I do have a chiller that I will connect rather than use this bucket for something else, probably projects. You know, they talk about putting a lid on it and so to keep dust out, but they didn't provide a lid with the bucket. Amazing. Which is one of the things I suggest. If you're going to give people a bucket for water that don't own a chiller, give them a lid. In fact, drill a hole in the lid so the hose will fit through so they can see it. It's not going to cost you but a couple of pennies. But anyway, just a customer review. So far the thing looks good. It's got the new ETA controller, as you can see. There's up and down, autofocus, aux air. Again, no instructions, so I'll be searching the web for those on how to use any of this stuff. Frame, origin, where you're going to put it. It looks pretty simple. Once you plug it in, you'll probably figure it out pretty easily. Of course, the arrows. I know on the other ones, this is your up and down. You switch it and then you go up and down, but I guess this one is the up and down for this one. So we'll see. We'll see when we get it all connected. Hopefully later tonight. I've got everything ready for it. I got the chiller down there. I got the water to put in the chiller. I've got the vent line connected. I am going to get a 6-inch vinyl hose. I do not like these dryer hoses. They cause a lot of static. Electricity, a lot of dust issues. They're cheap. So I will order some vinyl hose that I use for my dust collection in my shop. And from Amazon. You can get 10 feet for, you know, 30 bucks or something like that. I've already got one piece on the top side of the external fan that I purchased. So, and I'm not going to remove this fan. I don't really see a reason to remove this fan. It just gives me extra fan power. So, you know, while it may not be that much, I can connect to here, it'll blow into here, then it'll go about 6 feet, and then the other fan is going to be sucking it out. So it's just going to double the energy. If somebody has an idea of why I shouldn't run both fans, let me know. I'm ready to learn and ready to listen to everybody. Right now I can't see a reason not to, because you can put on a dust collection system in a wood shop, you can put additional fans, inline fans to help your dust collection. And then we're talking dust, we're not talking chunks of wood like in the shop wood dust collection system. That picks up other stuff too. So let me know, and I will continue this once we get it into the basement. I may film when we get it up on the dolly and strap it on it, but then we'll finish it once we get in the basement, and once we get it off, we'll try to come up with what the weight of that base is. But that's a pretty sturdy base, so I'm expecting it weighs a bit, maybe 60 to 100 pounds. The whole thing weighs 330, so if that weighs 100 pounds, then I'm only moving 230, and that seems reasonable since it's mostly walls, tin, maybe even aluminum. I don't know if it's steel. It doesn't feel like steel, but it could be thin steel, or aluminum. But it doesn't feel like it's going to be that heavy. All right, until next time. And you'll see my new introduction once I get it set up.